We'd like to welcome you to BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth. We're here in the offices of State Senator Cathy Pugh. Good evening, ma'am. How are you?
Just fine. Thank you for being here.
Good. Thank you for having us. And in addition to being newly reelected state senator, or thus far, we have a general to go through, correct?
Yes, we do. Yes, we do, but no opposition there yet.
Good deal. You're also the chair of the Maryland Legislative Black Caucus.
Yes, that's a 2-year term. Excited about it.
Okay, and you have a big weekend coming up.
Extremely big weekend beginning November 4th through the 6th. We're going to start out in Annapolis with a prayer breakfast featuring Best Time McKenzie on that Thursday morning at 8 a.m. And then we're going to have a youth summit, The Awakening, where we'll have probably about 400 or 500 students from across the state who will come in to look at various issues that they're concerned about, everything from choosing to go to college or what should I do if I don't choose college, to looking at the social networking and the impact that it has on their lives. And that evening we'll be looking at the investment opportunities that are being provided by the state of Maryland for MBEs, more specifically African Americans, and there'll be a networking reception that evening for those who will be coming in to participate in that particular workshop. We've done some great things in investment in the state of Maryland, but we certainly have a long way to go.
Okay, well, you know, MBE is a topic very near and dear to this little engine that could be morenews.com. We're always asking the governor or anybody wanting to be in charge is whether or not they're going to help make or create an atmosphere to help make some new black millionaires. So why is MBE important to you? And that's a loaded question considering you know all about entrepreneurship.
Well, let me just say first, we passed a bill about 2 years ago, Senate Bill 606, that required the state to diversify its pension portfolio, which was at that time about $40 billion. What we found was that the state was only investing, allowing minorities to participate in about 300 million of that. Since the passage of that bill, we've increased that to close to 1.7 billion, which is still less than 5% of the pension fund portfolio. So we think that they can do better, they can do more. So we're looking forward. We're excited in terms of where we've come from, but we're excited in terms of where we can go. The state has increased its participation with minority businesses, up 25%, 26%. And so we're excited about that. But again, we've expanded in the MBE category, but we also know there's an opportunity to create wealth at higher levels because a lot of folks in the African American community, more specifically, aren't just starting out in business. There's some folks who've been in business for quite some time who would deserve some opportunities as well.
Okay.
So we'll be looking at those issues.
So that's Thursday, November the 4th, and that will be in Annapolis.
In Annapolis as well.
Okay, that Friday from 9 a.m. on, we have workshops talking about economic development and health disparities, also public education.
Yes, very broad range of topics, but most of them focused on the African American community and the issues that we're concerned about. We're also going to be talking about, and not so much in this weekend, but have begun discussions on what we want redistricting to look like in the upcoming years, because as you know, the census took place in 2010, and so 2011 is when redistricting began, so that's a big concern of the Black Caucus. But this whole issue as it relates to black colleges, historically black institutions being well funded, and providing the necessary resources to make sure that all of our young people are successful. Again, that will be a topic that will be discussed. And healthcare disparities is a major issue impacting the African American community and minority communities throughout the state, so we'll be discussing those issues as well.
Okay, and historically black colleges and universities, that's still a priority of the
Very
Maryland.
big priority, because we know that we, through our institutions, we've been able to get more young African American students through college than any other institution. So we're very proud of that, and we want those legacies to continue, and we want those institutions to continue to grow and be strong.
You know, there was a nasty article, not to go to the side, but in the Wall Street Journal, really disrespecting historically black colleges and universities, and I believe the new president of Morgan addressed that issue in their op-ed section. So that's Friday, November the 5th. Again, the topics are economic development, health disparities, higher education, and redistricting, which will definitely affect or disaffect the 2014 statewide election.
Absolutely, but the other issues there, I mean, there's some other issues. The healthcare disparities is another issue, but there's also this whole economic development, empowerment, wealth building in our communities is something that we certainly have to be concerned about.
Okay, moving along, we have Saturday, November the 6th. Big time starts off with a breakfast
Big breakfast
in Baltimore.
in Baltimore at the Baltimore Hilton Hotel. We're going to be doing our business over breakfast. Ed Gordon is going to be here major panel of business.
The Ed Gordon?
The Ed Gordon from CNN will be here. BET will be here. He will be leading off the panel, sort of moderating the various individuals who will be participating in that as well.
Hmm.
And and then following that, we have what is going to be our Jobs and Business Opportunities Fair, something we've not done before. But we recognize in these economic times that we need to provide all the incentives, all the opportunities that are out there that are available to African Americans. We want to avail them to those opportunities. So we're setting up a jobs fair that will take place right there at the Hilton Hotel. People who are interested in going into businesses, there'll be an opportunity there for them to not only network, but to become certified. Those who've been in business for quite some time, never gone through the certification process, that process can begin right there at the Hilton Hotel on Saturday. And then I believe around 1 o'clock that afternoon at the Heritage, at Reginald Lewis Heritage Museum, we're going to be celebrating the 40-year history of the Legislative Black Caucus. We've invited all the former presidents of the caucus to come, and they will be doing a conversation with Diane Bell on their accomplishments, some of their obstacles, and so we think that's going to be very, very exciting. And then that evening we have our VIP reception. We have Anthony Anderson who will be highlighting and helping us to give out awards and doing his thing with us as a comedian. So it's going to be a very, very exciting, exciting event. But let me just go back to one other piece that's going to happen on Thursday, because we invited all community groups and organizations to come down on Thursday afternoon, because we're going to be doing an advocacy day. Not only will they
In Annapolis.
in Annapolis, and this is an opportunity for them to learn how to get their issues before the General Assembly. And so we're going to share that information with them. There'll be a workshop on those particular issues, and they'll also get an opportunity to see some of the groups and organizations that will be there in front of us advocating for their various issues. It proves to be, I believe, a very, very exciting weekend.
Good deal. And again, we're talking about the Maryland Black Caucus Foundation's 2010 annual weekend. The theme is Fit to Serve, Ready to Lead, Closing the Wealth Gap. State Senator cathy Pugh. Now, being the chair, it's no slight to our cousins down in Prince George's County that we've come up to Baltimore for this year, right?
No, we were in Prince George's County last year for a big networking event in the evening. We were in Prince George's County the year before that doing the business breakfast. So we decided to do the business breakfast and the big event this year in Baltimore. And the workshops and so forth will continue to be in Annapolis. And so nobody has too far to travel both days. So we're just hoping that the public will come out. All the workshops and all those kinds of things are free. The other information, the breakfasts and so forth, there is a fee for those, and the event Saturday night, there's a fee for that. But they can also go online, go on our website, get that information, and hopefully attend.
Okay, and they should go online to, or any contact
They can
information?
just put in, they can just Google the Black Caucus of Maryland, and they can get that information, as well as calling our number at 410-841-3185.
Good deal. The one and only State Senator cathy Pugh. Congratulations on your reelection, and congratulations on what seems to be a wonderful weekend coming up.
Thank you. Look forward to it.
Keep watching BeMoreNews.com, the news before the news, where we uncover the truth.